that everyone talks about on our site, and we are so excited to make it here with you today, is
Kahlua.
Kahlua. Let's dive into Kahlua.
So many people have mentioned this, like, when are you going to do this on your next live? I want to learn how to make Kahlua. It is the easiest thing to make, and the best thing about Kahlua, it only takes 2 to 3 weeks, and it is ready.
How many things do we make on our website or in our group that are like ready in like 2 or 3 weeks? Like,
yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot. You get into the desserts, they're ready, but in terms of extraction or things with vanilla, it all takes a while. So this is ready in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
So we're really excited to be making it with you today. This is our recipe. We've seen other versions already of Kahlua that people have shared. We would love to hear things that you do differently, but let's walk through what we do.
Okay. So first we're going to start off. Of course, there's coffee in Kahlua. And if you want this recipe, it is on our blog under, just go into recipes, it's under, I think, desserts, and then, or even just go into the search bar and put Kahlua and it will come up, and this recipe will be there.
We have so many recipes now that people have shared and so many different extracts. We've got the 2 blogs, and they're just growing. So the fastest way to find anything is go to VanillaPura.com, just go up to the little magnifying glass, hit search, type in what you're looking for, it'll pop up.
It's the easiest way.
It's the easiest way.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 2.5 cups of coffee.
And what kind of coffee are we using here?
I just did Colombian beans.
These are Colombian, now there's steam coming off of this right now. So
yes,
this is...
because you want your coffee to be hot, not so hot, but a little bit hot because it melts the sugar just a little bit faster.
So we start with hot coffee. You're putting in 2.5 cups.
2.5 cups of Colombian coffee. I use fresh brewed. They say that it gives it a better richness, but you can use instant.
You can use instant.
Done that.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just going to add a little bit of sugar at a time.
Yeah, not a little bit of sugar. A little bit of sugar at a time. A lot of sugar. A little bit at a time is what we're doing here, because it is, I saw that bowl of sugar, I'm like, that is a whole lot of sugar.
Yeah, it's 4 cups of sugar.
It's 4 cups of sugar. So,
oh, and by the way, you can double and triple this. So if you want to make this for gifts, I know a lot of people will make Kahlua for friends for Christmas, or really for anything you want to gift out to. You can make this Kahlua and double, triple, whatever you want to do there. It's still going to be good.
Still going to be good. So Amy was nice enough to post the link of the Kahlua on the feed there. Amy DeLong Maine, thank you again, Amy. You're just a rock star. We appreciate it. So you can click on that link and follow along if you'd like. So we're stirring in the sugar.
Yep,
we're seeing.
I'm just stirring until it's dissolved. That's all I'm doing. And you know, we're not far off here.
It does, because of the heat. It's going to dissolve very quickly. It's like putting sugar in your cup of coffee.
You don't want to do cold coffee.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be piping hot, but you know, somewhere in the middle of that.
And this was still pretty hot. Steam coming off of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just makes it go faster.
So we're going to continue to stir that up until all of the sugar is melted or dissolved, excuse me. And Sue just said, I love Kahlua, and I know, Sue, everyone does. That's why we're so excited to make it. It is one of the most popular posts that we see people doing. Great for the holidays, and something you can do quickly. It's
not just for coffee, or you know, you can put this in your baked goods. So if you don't drink alcohol, put this in cookies. There are all kinds of cheesecake. There are all kinds of different baking things that you can put this yummy Kahlua in, especially chocolate. You add a little bit of coffee to chocolate, a coffee flavor. Oh my goodness, it just takes it up a notch.
So one of the things that people that are new at Vanilla Beans that they're learning, and that we learned as well, is that everything that we all know because of the popularity of coffee beans, you know, different coffee has different tastes from different regions. So a coffee bean grown in Colombia is different than a coffee bean that is grown in Costa Rica. It's all true for vanilla beans. And so now you take the complexity of the origin of a coffee bean and anything that you're doing, blend it with the complexity of the origin of a vanilla bean, and you're going to create in your kitchen an entirely new taste that no one has ever experienced before. So you have a Colombian coffee. We're going to put in, what's the origin of the vanilla bean here?
Oh, this is Indonesian.
We're going to be using an Indonesian vanilla bean, which is the darker, smoky, earthy, kind of a really rich bean, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And chocolate and vanilla, when you put them together, it accentuates both the chocolate and the vanilla. And so coffee and vanilla, very similar. It's going to accentuate the coffee and the vanilla. And I was going to say cocoa beans, like coffee beans, are also the same. Cocoa beans from all the different regions of the world all have different tastes. So cocoa beans, coffee beans, vanilla beans, same thing. And that's what we're experimenting with. So we've got Indonesian beans.
So I have Indonesian beans. The recipe says 1.5 inches. I always add extra vanilla. I always have, and that's why we're probably in this thing, right?
We kind of love vanilla.
We kind of love vanilla, so I'm just putting in a couple of these.
And are these grade A, grade B?
They're grade A.
These are grade A. They're cut? Are they sliced open?
I sliced them open, but I mean,
because
they're cut anyways.
You like the caviar to come out. So
I do.
Cut, sliced open, 2 beans, or 2 sliced, 2 1-inch, 2-inch segments.
Yeah, they're like a little closer to 2 inches.
Maybe 2 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then you're going to add the rum. Now, here's the thing. The recipe says add dark rum, adds richness and warmth. I have made this before with the black rum, and it turns out fabulous.
It's wonderful.
That's what a lot of the recipes call for. But at the same time, they say you can use even white. So I already had Bacardi Gold in my cupboard, and so I wanted to try something in the middle. So this is Bacardi Gold. I have already tried the dark. I can verify it's wonderful, and that's what this recipe calls for. But I wanted to try something in the middle because I want to see, does it really make a difference? Is it richer? So I'm just adding the rum and
so that's, again, you take all of these different variables, right? So we've taken coffee beans. And people say, well, you add coffee beans. Well, as we just mentioned, you can have coffee beans from anywhere in the world. And so the kind of coffee bean that you choose is going to create a different outcome. Then you add vanilla beans, and vanilla bean can be from anywhere in the world, and it's going to have a different outcome. Then you can pick the kind of rum, because there's thousands of different types of rum that are out there, and so we're trying to like. Then you can have a different outcome. So with 3 moving variables, each variable having multiple dozens of different applications, it means that there are like 100,000 ways to make Kahlua, and you never have to make it the same way twice. And that's what we've learned. We're always experimenting, always trying something new.
Yep. And Starlet, I watch her on here, and she's always like, go with your gut. Add a little of this. What do you think about this? Add a little bit of that. Her extracts are lovely. Like,
they are.
She has good instincts.
She really does. Okay.
Can you help me? I'm just
I sure will. So we want to pour it just right in here.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're done.
Yep. We're done making Kahlua. How fast is that? How easy is that? It's crazy. I mean, it's my kind of thing, right?
And just a quick smell. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. Now, I don't quite smell the vanilla coming through yet, but that's the reason that we wait, right? So the vanilla's in there, and it's just going to absorb the vanilla over time. It adds that little accent. And so what's the weight? Oh, are we going to pour it in here now?
Yep.
And then we can talk about the weight. So I'll hold this. We have this sort of decorative little, this looks like a 1 liter.
Yep, I'm going to put the rest in an 8 ounce.
So this is our 1 liter flip top jar that we've got on our website. So nice and easy, seal's closed. I'll let you go ahead and close it. And then how long do we wait?
2 to 3 weeks.
We wait for 2 to 3 weeks.
That's it.
And that's it. We put it in the fridge?
Nope, just on the shelf and
How about that?
Yep.
So we're going to put it on the shelf in the pantry. We're going to let it sit for 2-3 weeks, and then maybe, because 3 weeks is almost 4 weeks, and we'll have another show. Maybe we'll have it ready for our next show so that we can actually do a taste test. But that's Kahlua in a nutshell. Now, depending on how you pour it, right? Like you could pour this in little tiny bottles if you wanted to give it away as a gift.
It out, I just put it in the big one for now because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it, or maybe I keep it for myself. But there's so many things you can do with it. I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so now that's Kahlua. Super easy. You should all try it. Great use of vanilla beans, coffee beans, and
also,
rum.
if you get into it in 2 weeks and you want there to be a little bit more vanilla in it, add a little bit more vanilla and wait a little bit. Like it's just a trial and error type thing.
That's it. Trial and error.
There you go.
And that's what we do in our group. So we would love to see posts of Kahlua. So anybody that is ambitious and watching this and they want to make their own Kahlua, we'd love to see some posts. Give it a shot. Post a picture. Show us how you store it. Are you using it for yourself? Are you using it in gifts? Are there things that you're using for cooking where you're adding Kahlua? We'd love to hear about it. Post online. Share it. Everyone, I think, would enjoy seeing the different applications, the different way to make it, and you know, having different ideas.
Well, and we also have, I think, a few other recipes on our dessert blog that include Kahlua. So if you put in the search bar Kahlua, they'll all come up. So it might get you going in the right direction of things you might want to bake with the Kahlua.
Yeah, we have the Kahlua. What are they, like the powdered, like a rum ball? I can't.
Oh yeah.
What are those again?
Kahlua rum balls. They are so good at
They
Christmas
are
time.
so good, and then the name is so impossible to forget.
I don't know what they are.
It's like a Kahlua and a rum ball. What is that called? It's a Kahlua rum ball. Thank you very much.
He just knows he likes to eat them.
Yes, there are no dumb questions in VanillaPura.
No,
ever.
There are not.
So we've got a couple other things that we wanted to talk about in this segment, and then we've got a little surprise that we're going to make at the end. We didn't put this in the announcements, but we've got one surprise at the end of something really sweet that we're going to make and that we're excited to tell you about. And we'll hold off on telling you that. So while we're waiting, I wanted to move to a very simple extract. So for all of you newbies, and there's a lot of you, I see some questions coming from newbies. Oh, there they are right there. The chocolate Kahlua rum balls. There they are. Thank you, Amy.
Amy, she's a doll. They are as good as they look. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Thank you for posting those. The truffles. Yes, that's the word I was thinking of, Amy. It's the truffles. It's the truffles.
Yes.
Yes, you see. Thank you. I just could not think of it. It's truffles. So thank you again, Amy. So